everybody, and welcome back to Coral Island. Today we are going to start ranching. All right. I kind of like the name Domino because it's all spotty. All right. And let's buy a second cow. I'm gonna name this one Spot. All right, and then we're gonna get chicken. Sunny. And let's get another chicken. Let's go with Dot. And we'll probably come back and get a sheep tomorrow, assuming they're open. So one of the things that you're going to need when you have animals is hay. So you're going to go around and collect this kind of tall green grass. Let's see if we can catch that. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Oh. So we have the summer festival coming up. And with that, we really need our animals to have a lot of hearts if we really want to win. So once you feel like you've gathered enough hay, you can head back to the farm. Well, assuming you don't get stuck on a rock. And although technically you could take his grass, I don't because that's for his animals and I'm just not that person. Okay, so before getting animals, what you may want to do, especially like depending on the time of year, you're going to definitely want to put in a temperature machine because they will get sick without that. Now, I personally like having the auto feeder just in case I get distracted and forget to feed them, which I know is terrible, but Sometimes I just kind of feel like, oh, I fed them, and then it's like, oh, wait, maybe I didn't. There we go. So now that they will be constantly fed no matter what. And if it's sunny, and of course not too late in the day, then you can ring the bell and let them out, which makes them very, very happy. And you're going to want to pet them every day. And then this right here is the auto collector. So I did not want to have to buy a milk pail or a bucket to milk the cows every day, or shears to get the wool for the sheep or llamas. It's just an extra tool that I just really don't have the space for. So this right here means that I don't have to worry about that. It will automatically milk them, cut the wool off the sheep and the llamas, and I don't have to worry about it. Now, the other thing that I really kind of wanted was the auto petter, but you need wool to craft that, which is fine, except for the fact that I honestly did not have enough wool. I mean, I didn't have any wool because I don't have any sheep yet. So when we put the sheep in here, after a few days we'll have enough wool and we'll add that machine in here. And then that's just one less thing that we have to worry about. Although I do actually enjoy petting the animals. And then I have a bunch of silos. Y'all, I realize that I have a bunch. Honestly, I probably have more than I really need, but my goal is to have a really large ranch. So, ranching products are going to earn you a lot of money. They are fantastic. But you do have, if you don't get the auto machines, you're going to have to take a lot of time for those animals, which is fine. I just have a lot going on. I mean, I have this huge farming area, right here. I mean, I'll just this is not my final thing, but as you can see, I have a lot of crops. And I just pulled the empty lots yesterday. I mean, obviously this is not my final farm, but I'm gonna have a barn for each animal type. And on top of that, we have the greenhouse too, which is also full of fruits and vegetables. So there's just a lot going on. And then I also have, let me see if they're open today. And then I also have my underwater farm going on. So I just really didn't have time while I was trying to get everything set up to spend on animals. My underwater farm is looking a little sad at the moment, but it will definitely get better. It's normally much larger, but at least it's automated. I mean, I don't have to worry about, except for this little batch right here, I don't have to worry about sprinklers or like coming down and watering it because I have the sprinklers. And like one thing that you're gonna need to do is plant a bunch of this grass so that your animals can eat outside of the barn. So they will be much, much happier outside unless it's raining or winter. You're gonna wanna leave them inside for those days. I believe the ranch opened at 8. So let's get some sheep. Now, of course, you could just as easily, leave their name sheep. We go with winter. Snowball. And of course, whenever you level up your barn, you can get more. Let's go with Puff. And Fluff. Some other cute names for sheep are Frosty, Cotton Ball, Curly, Woolly. You could do Lamb Chop if you wanted to, Bashful. You could also do more obvious ones like Cardigan or Fleece. Okay. Let's do Bell. Let's do Oscar. And Sheldon. Alright, so that is going to be all the animals that we have room for on our farm right now. So just don't forget to go around and pet all of them, especially if you're hoping to win the summer festival. As you can see, the sheep are all shaved. So let's go check out Shadow Collector. It's weird. These guys will get to go outside tomorrow, because otherwise I'll just call the other ones inside. Or, I guess what you could do, see they've already given me some milk. There we go. Just ring it twice. And it should let them out. See how they have smiles? They're very, very happy. And as you can see, they're already eating. I do need to plant a lot more grass. But I also really want to do each coop and barn for each animal. So like I'm gonna need a barn for I already have them for the cows and the sheep, but I'll need one for like llamas and the pigs, the goats, and then I'll also need another coop for peacocks, another one for ducks, another one for quails. So that is going to take up a lot of this space right here, unless I, move them around and stage them in different areas, which is probably what I'm going to end up doing. But in feeding all the different animals, especially if you max out each barn and upgrade it to the second level, you're going to need a lot of hay. So just kind of keep that in mind to make sure that you can maintain them. But it's definitely worth it because they give us a lot of goodies. So we're going to run over really quickly to the general store and get some grass starters. So we're going to get probably like 200. And while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and get some more lilies. I always hit the trash cans. Oh, and you know what? Since we're right here, the lab is open. I'll show you this. So if you go to develop equipment, before you get your animals, these are the things that I got. So the auto petter is the one that I still need, And as you can see, it needs large wool, which means my animals have to be really happy before we go from regular wool to large wool. So it is going to take a while before we get that one. But I wanted to go ahead and get the others. Now, as you can see, they are kind of expensive. Like this one is $40,000. The shears and the pail are definitely much cheaper. I just really like that time saver option. And then eventually we'll do the auto seed, fertilizer, and harvest on our sprinklers, and that will save us so much time. Sorry, with our farming. But before we do that one, we have to unlock these. So it's not, unfortunately, just this 15,000. We have to do these 3 first as well. Which the auto fertilizer you can use on like your fruit trees, because they won't auto harvest, and you don't honestly need them to auto seed, because once you plant them, if you they'll stay unless you chop them down. So just something to think about. And then the automation chest is really awesome. Once you've done enough ranching and you unlock like the cheese press and the mayonnaise machine, you can just throw your milk and your eggs in there and it'll automatically turn them into cheese, mayonnaise, and it is just so much faster. Not that speed is everything. Alright, we're going to sell our milk. And then we are going to give our animals some more food. Now, I honestly will probably do some kind of pathway. So I'm going to put all this right here. And the reason I'm kind of doing this sporadically is so that the grass will multiply on its own, which it should do. And honestly, you might want to do this and let it multiply before you get your animals, but kind of lost track of time and realized that the festival is in like a week. So just kind of trying to get rid of this. And I mean, of course, you can do this a lot less sporadically if you wanted to. I mean, it definitely looks nicer when it's all nice and full. And you can like leave a few trees if you want to give them some shade. Or you can chop them down for wood. Totally your call. However you want to play the game. But I just wanted to give you a few hints and let you know kind of what you're in for with ranching. And if you were wondering, you will need barns for cows, sheep, llama, goats, and buffaloes. And then you will need coops. Oh, and a barn for the luwaks. And then you will need, and pigs, if I didn't say pigs. And then you will need the coops for the chickens, the peafowls, the ducks, the quails, and the ostrich. So there are 12 different ranching animals. And then you can also get a horse, which you will need a stable for. And it's actually a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. And that just allows you to get around so much faster. But I will say it's not necessary if you unlock all of your fast travel points. I mean, it does take a minute to like dismount and mount back on the horse. Just kind of depends, you know, on if you want to ride horseback all around the island. I mean, if you have like a lot of bug insect traps, then it's definitely worth it to ride around for those if they're really spread out. So that's something to think about too. But you can get a decent amount of money just for farming, especially if you have a really large farm like I do. But if you're looking to make money fast, ranching is definitely the way to go. I will say that it took me a lot longer the first time I played this game to get to the point that I am now. I mean, I would say probably twice as long, because I was trying to do, you know, a little bit of everything. This time I focused on one thing at a time. Like the first week I spent just working on getting the farm set up and started. Whenever the cavern opened, I went ahead and did all 4 mines, upgraded my tools as much as I could, and then jumped into the ocean and worked to heal all the coral sites. Started my underwater farm, because that takes a while to set up, just because it takes so long to quote unquote water them with the solar sprinkler or watering can, whatever you want to call it, the Lumina wand. And so a very small garden underwater can take up most of your day. So I wanted to get the sprinkler system set up beforehand, and you honestly need a lot of above land crops to get your underwater crops. So that takes a while. So, you know, I hope this helps. If you like this video, please give us a like and subscribe if you want to see more.